Hey y'all, happy Thursday. Good morning, Grand Rising. So glad to see y'all. Grateful for another day. I appreciate all y'all. And I just want y'all to know that I'm going to keep saying it. I say it all the time. I'm going to keep saying it. I appreciate the new subscribers. Go down the rabbit hole, go through the playlist, check out the shorts, check out the long form videos. If you go down the playlist and go to story times, you will see different things about my life, my daughter passing away, my marriage, things I'm going through. Okay. And the main thing I want to talk about in this video, and I want to thank y'all for actually getting on that video and giving me your prayers, sending positive energy, uh, giving me suggestions. And I even want to thank my girl Lakeisha. My girl Lakeisha came through correct. See, this is how grown women do it. Unlike the other lady when I made the video and y'all was telling me don't worry about her, we know what's up. And she was saying how me showing the video of Tony was reflecting and saying a lot about me. That's what people say when they don't really know the story. A lot of y'all know the story, even though you might miss a piece here and there. You don't really get the whole gist of the story. That's one reason why I keep sharing every now and then. I don't run this in the ground, but I have to talk about it. It's my story. If I can talk about Peach, if I can give my opinion about what I see and what I think about her and other things, then I got a right to give my story too. But my girl Lakeisha came correct. And I agree with her wholeheartedly, and I answered her comment. I was like, you're 100% right, because she said something to the effect. I don't have the, access to the comment right now. I have to dig for it. But I'm going to paraphrase. She said something about, oh, you've been saying you're going to leave, Tony, for months. Just keep doing your dance content. This not it. She said, unless you're going to leave, you don't do this. Right? And she's 100% right. You don't, as a significant other, wife, spouse, call it what you will, get out and drag or show anything embarrassing about your wife, about your husband on social media or in the community through y'all friends, neighbors, and so on and so forth. I agree with that. What's the point? You ain't going nowhere. You still love her. You still want her. You still love him. And that's not my case. So y'all that don't know, if you missed this part and y'all just been seeing me say this and make little funny skits about Tony, which I haven't done that in a while. I haven't made a skit with the little man face that looked like Tony face. You know, remember I used to do that? If you don't, look back in those story times and those little dramatic skits and stuff. They there. I might do one or two. What I'm showing y'all now is reiterating why I know I gotta really go. It ain't so much about his condition, his depression, his mental breakdown, his whatever it is he going through. That's the problem. Because these things can be corrected and fixed with support. And if that person want to do the right thing, they'll do it. But the more problem about it is, it's the underlying issue of that. Let's just say it was just a little slight depression, like me being depressed by my daughter, went into a funk. That could be fixed. That could be correct. I can have therapy, and I got better as time went on. I have clutter. I don't have dirt. I have clutter, and clutter does cause dirt. That's why you got to move the clutter around and sweep and mop around it and try to fix things as you can and get rid of things. And you know what I'm saying? Throughout these couple of years, I did my little due diligence and to go into things that I thought was worth something, which at the time they was, because my mind wasn't thinking right. So I was holding on to some things, and then 6 months later, go look through those things. Oh man, I could have got rid of this. Let me get rid of this. Now that I'm about to really make this move work and happen, and let me tell you how that came about. When I first started talking about leaving, it is a plan. It is a thought. It is something I want to put into action. And I wasn't even think about moving 2 hours away. I was thinking about where I can move around here. Or should I go out of state? Should I go here? I can't go out of state to anywhere because Los Angeles, California is not an option. I'm not trying to take them that far to a place that's just expensive as where we are now, not to mention dangerous. You know what I'm saying? So many things going on. Then I couldn't find a place. I looked in Indiana in my surrounding area, tremendous way. I was told no 2 places. The rent is extra high. So then later, I'm talking about maybe 4 or 5 months later, Bloomington started being an option. And then when I thought about Bloomington, I reached out to some people that I knew. I stayed in Bloomington 12 years. The kids were born in Bloomington, all of them. So we are very familiar with Bloomington. Only reason what took me so long to think about Bloomington is the fact that my daughter had problems down there, and that's why all her baby daddies and her baby daddy's family is, and those were not no really great memories. They weren't horrible memories. Some of them were some great people, you know what I'm saying? Some of the sisters and the aunties, not talking about them, but it's just the whole idea of, and I don't want to be bothered with all that dramatics from the daddies and stuff. At least 2 of the daddies, one of the dads passed away. But anyway, that's another story for another time. So now let's fast forward. I'm thinking about it. I'm reaching out. They gave me some agencies to call, and I called them, and I looked online to see what I could see. But it's nothing like until you go down there. And then probably a month, may I say maybe a month and a half, I got in contact with my nephew who stays down there. He got a place, he got a job, and I told him I was gonna come down there and look, get a hotel room, and let him know we coming, we can kick it. And he's like, no, you ain't gotta get no room, you can come here and stay, and look. And I was like, I only afford to stay about 3-4 days when they came to the hotel, but then he was off in his place. I'm like, okay, maybe we can stay a little longer, because 3 or 4 days looking is not enough time just to come right back. And then you've been told no, and you didn't gave up all that deposit money for free. You didn't gave up 35, however many places you look at. Because that's how much they usually cost down there. That's how cheaper it is. When I first went down there to move in 2005, my 2-bedroom, nice duplex apartment was $475. Right now, with the prices going up and stuff, inflation, I would say that same apartment may be $750 to $900. That's still pretty good. And the neighborhoods were way more cleaner, cheaper, no violence like that. I remember one year, the violent rate, I want to say 1 to 3 people had passed away during that 1 year. I looked it up. As opposed to Chicago area, maybe 300 to 500, 600 people that was unalive. But anyway, now my daughter passed away 2021. Of course, I'm discombobulated. All our plans of leaving has been put on hold because we was doing this together, my ride or die. Their mother, 5 children. I have my other daughter help me, but she can only do so much in her own position as well. But thank God for her. Thank God for the people that prayed for me. But at the end of the day, I still felt discombobulated and confused and alone. What am I going to do? I couldn't think. I couldn't really get up and clean like I used to, cook and stuff like that. Thank God for my daughter. And then my oldest granddaughter, she helped a lot. I had to hire my niece. She has a cleaning business. I hired her about 3 or 4 times throughout that year or so to come do deep cleaning because I just couldn't bring myself to do it. That was like 2021, 2022. We're going into 2022, right? Now here we go, 2023. I'm getting a little better. I'm doing content. I'm monetized on Facebook. We're trying to see if we're going to, because we're getting along better. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes it's fake because when you dealing with somebody that's really not a bad person but got bad dispositions, bad habits, some conditions, underlying issues within themselves, and then certain things you do and say trigger them, that's a sign that you got to go. I tried to see, yeah, we can do this. He understands that we're not together. We pretty much roommate. He do him, I do me. Yeah, in a perfect world, that could go on and last forever. But it can't with somebody that has an alcoholic problem, maybe a mental problem, suffering from depression, not telling the truth about their financial, and can't work. You know what I'm saying? Now, let's fast forward. The reason why, when Lakeisha said, you've been saying you're going to leave for months, because I had been talking about it for months, but once Tony got fired the first time from the first job a while back, we talking about like a year now, I had to pick up the slack. So I can't save money to move and still pay light, gas, water bill. Those bills together was like close to $1,000 sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Paying the bare minimum. The kids need this. Had to buy food, toiletries. You know what I'm saying? The link wasn't enough. So I'm still trying to live while I try to pinch off a little bit and save. And it just didn't work out the way I wanted to. Okay, fast forward. Well, about 4 months later, he get a job. I'm like, okay, we're on track now. I can be saving my money. He didn't keep the jobs long. He keep on going to work, get a job, don't go. Go back a week and a half, 2 weeks later. Then he still ain't paying no bills, giving females money, all this stuff. So that's when I was like, let me get on it. But it still takes time. Now that my nephew said we can go, we're going to go. If not the end of March, which I'm thinking more so the beginning of April, y'all gonna know because I'm gonna show it and I'm gonna film it. Now I'm going to go down there and possibly stay anywhere from 3 to 7, maybe 10 days. That's gonna give me time to really look and look and look. And then depending on what I find, if I can't rent from his landlord, if I can't find none, he said I can move down there. I'm gonna take him up on this offer maybe 2 to 4 weeks later, giving me a chance to get my paperwork in order, getting everything they need, taking them to the dentist, clean slate, me transferring doctors. It shouldn't take that long. Then I'm gonna go out there and stay with him. That way, I'll have more time to find something. I was trying to do it this way, and hopefully won't have to live with him long. Maybe just a week until the place get ready. Y'all keep praying for me. Get in the comments. Let me know what y'all think.